Hello, my creepy people, and welcome to another video. This time, we're learning more about the mysterious, but we're learning about the Slender Brothers, which is a little bit different than what we usually do. We're doing 3 creepypastas in one. So, what? Arrest this man. um, would you murder? Who did you kill, or what did you kill? Were you asleep or something? I'm confused. Okay, anyways. Have fun dealing with that. We're gonna move on now. So, first we're learning about Splenderman. Before reading knowledge, Splenderman, aka Splendy, is a happy pasta, which is a parody of the creepypasta genre. He originated as a parody of Slenderman, but now fans like to portray him as Slenderman's nicer brother. Unlike Slenderman, Splenderman has a visible face that consists of black dots for eyes and a black mouth, but he lacks teeth in most portrayals, and nose. He also wears a black suit with colorful polka dots. Huh. A bow tie, usually red, sometimes rainbow, and a top hat of varying sizes, or less commonly, a Tribbley hat, both seen with a red stripe. He is also very tall like Slenderman, and his hands are black with claws on the end of his fingertips, contrary to Slenderman's normal-looking bare hands with a lack of claws. Although his skin is usually portrayed as being the same shade as most Caucasians, he has been portrayed as being just as pale as his brother, and he is often shown to have rosy cheeks. Although Splenderman is usually shown with tentacles, the details pertaining to his tentacles are disputed. Some say that they are plain black like his brothers, others say they have rainbow stripes or polka dots. Most agree that he has bells on the ends of them, but it's unknown if they're attached as accessories, or as accessories he puts on. He is commonly depicted as holding a golden-topped cane in most of his artwork appearances. I keep doing that. When he is angered, he will reveal a hideous and monstrous form. His visible face will start to deform into a mutated limb face, where he would have a wide, long, and large mouth with sharp and brutal teeth. His eyes and sockets will all disappear. The golden bells will transform into monsters that bite. Interesting. Splenderman is often portrayed as the Slenderman's brother, and, as opposed to his brother, loves everything happy and joyful. His purpose is to cheer up people who do good deeds. He is often portrayed as happy-go-lucky and very kind, especially to children. He often brings people gifts such as flowers. His personal relationship with his brother is unknown, as the two are only shown together in fan art. Although many fans believe Slenderman does not approve of his brother's cheerful nature, and that Splenderman either does not understand his brother's behavior or disapproves of his murderous behavior. However, when he gets into the stage of rage, it has been said that he would turn violent and murderous. Mood enhancement. His presence seems to have an effect on humans, causing them to almost immediately become happy and cheerful. This effect also seems to prevent humans from becoming startled by his presence. As Tiffany and Becky, although not expecting his appearance and supposedly trying to shoot a short film, immediately became delighted to see him, despite the introduction to the video implying that they didn't know what happened. Technology disruption. In his first appearance, like his brother, the camera signals were disrupted, with static accompanied by pictures of cheerful things such as kittens popping up. Teleportation. He appears out of nowhere partway through the video. Glitter. In his first appearance, he at some point throws glitter at the girls, even though he is never seen carrying glitter. It is unknown if he simply had a bottle of glitter or kept glitter in his pockets, or if he somehow is able to create glitter by some unknown means, not memes. Bell monsters. In some portrayals, fans have said that whenever he gets angry, his bells will transform into monstrous creatures that bite. We already talked about that. Fans also speculate that he has tentacles like his brother, but that his are more decorated. We already talked about that too. Splenderman was created by Neil Sikierga for the YouTube video below. We're not going to talk about that. The idea of Slenderman, Splenderman, Trenderman, and Sexual Offenderman, warning, being related is purely fan-made, as in reality the characters have nothing to do with each other, although there is nothing wrong with this portrayal. Splenderman doesn't have proxies, he has buddies. Buddies were portrayed to be another word for proxies as the Happy Pasta version of them. Those who were taken as his apprentice or as his followers, indeed, would be considered to be his buddies. Their job was supported Slender in cheering others up, which they were been envied by the proxies of the Slenderman. However, it is just pure fan-made. It has been told that Splenderman is weaker than the Slenderman. However, there were others who claim that he is stronger than Slenderman. The fact that it is unknown whether if Slenderman or him is stronger than each other. Some say that their powers matches each other. Makes sense. Mood enhancement. Again, his presence seems to have an effect on humans. We already talked about all that. I already talked about that too. Okay. Now, moving on to Trenderman. Trenderman is a meme and spin-off of the Slenderman. Unlike Slenderman, he is not a myth, but intended as a parody. Yeah. Slenderman can, sorry. Slenderman. Yeah. I'm gonna make that into a creepypasta. You know what? Why not? I'm gonna... Slenderman. Okay. Let's see here. Trenderman looks somewhat like his cousin Slenderman, but with a brown sweater, sometimes portrayed as a sweater vest, a white undershirt, and brown pants. Hi. His skin is also darker than Slenderman's, being between his white and a normal human tan skin. In some pictures, however, he is just as pale as his cousin. His clothes also change sometimes, such as a fashionable person can't wear the same outfit all the time. Fans usually depict him with white tentacles. Some fans have also taken to drawing him with glasses. He is often portrayed as a drama queen, who cannot stand people who go for the swag look or who wear Crocs. He is also shown as somewhat self-absorbed due to his fashion sense. Crocs. He often becomes overly enthusiastic about helping others find better outfits so that others can be more fashionable. Whether this is because of a need to help others or intolerance for what he perceives as fashionable outfits are left up to interpretation. Trenderman is often portrayed trying to convince Slenderman to wear something more fashionable. The origins of Trenderman can be tracked back to Tumblr user Conjured Charisma, who on July 31st, 2012, took a pictured photograph and posted it on his blog under the title Slenderman's Casual Friday. However, the Trenderman name and the character's further relationship as a relative of Slenderman were coined on August 1st of that year by Tumblr user I Lack Tact, as a response to another user commenting on the photo. Yes, I did Splendy. We're on Trender. And then after that, we're doing the other one. Yeah. Facts. It is unknown if he has any special abilities other than his keen fashion sense. Though some portray him with tendrils on his back like his cousins, mainly white ones like Sexual Offenderman. Hi, Derp. Trenderman was technically... We're talking about... Oh my god. We're talking about the Slender Brothers. I hope you enjoy creepypastas. Smoker Man. Another creepypasta I have to create. So if you come up with random names that don't make any sense, I'm now making them into creepypastas. Apparently that was just something that I randomly started. So if you have a random name that sounds kind of like another one, you know. Hi. Hi Duchess. Mailman? Why mailman? That's already... Meplanaman? This is interesting. Hello. Tournament was technically created by now defunct Tumblr user I Lack Tact, as they originally gave him the name and the relationship to Slenderman. What is going on? The idea of Slenderman, Splenderman, Triggerman, and Sexual Offenderman being related is purely fan-made, as in reality the characters have nothing to do with each other, though obviously there is nothing wrong with this portrayal. He hates Crocs with a burning passion. Okay. So this is a warning for anyone watching this and listening. Anyone who is, I would say, under the age of 13, you may want to click off of this video. This is not for you. Sexual Offenderman. For many depictions, Sexual Offenderman wears a black trench coat with a black tie and is mostly portrayed with a well-sculpted and muscular body. Along with that, he wears a black fedora. The hat and tie, however, are optional and can be worn with or without them. Offender truly lives up to his name. He has an extremely perverted... Okay. He has an extremely perverted and provocative nature. He is primarily known for his charisma and for being overly sexual. He tends to use his charms to lure in victims, however, only to indecently assault them. Offenderman is mainly characterized primarily by his sexual deviation. Facts. Despite being significantly weaker to Slenderman, Offenderman is still, without a doubt, one of the most dangerous creepypastas of all time. Because, like Slenderman, he too is immortal. He cannot be killed through any means, and there is presumably no way to get him to leave you alone if you were unfortunate enough to catch his attention. What is going on? Oh my god, you two are crazy. Sexual Offenderman was created by this username because editor me loves me. Offenderman's main presence is young women, usually between 14 to early 20s. However, he will target almost anyone regardless of age or gender. He won't take no for an answer. His behavior is almost similar to that of an incubus. Oh my god. No. In some stories, Slenderman is the older brother, Slenderman the middle child, and Trenderman his cousin, making Sexual Offenderman the youngest of the two brothers. Due to his psychology, he can not get a human pregnant. His physiology, sorry. In fact, being a different species from humans, his frequent raping of them could almost be considered bestiality among his species. Oh! It has been said before that Offenderman is drawn to the color red. This claim is not entirely false, as red is often associated with passion and libido. Overly, actually. Despite the huge number of people he's raped and had sex with over the years, he cannot get or give STDs or any other diseases from anyone. He can undress in a third of a second. Oh my god. Yeah. I bet $333 he likes periods. Oh god. He uses roses to lure in a person in order to rape them. The color of said rose is either red or blue. Blue means he will kill them right away, while red stands for undying love they have with him. What sounds like a seasoning? Parsley? Yes. Oh. That's fair. But then he will give the blue rose to the victim, ending with the victim dying either way. The idea of Slenderman, Splenderman, Trenderman, and Offenderman being brothers is purely fan-made, as in reality the characters have nothing to do with each other, although there is something wrong with this portrayal once again. Origin. In comparison to Slenderman, Sexual Offenderman is more urban-based, often hanging around closer to towns and cities than Slenderman, who typically sticks to forest. It's not quite clear if this is because he doesn't get along with Slenderman and seeks to avoid him, or if he simply just wants to be closer to where the people are. Maybe it's a little both. Also, unlike Slenderman, Offenderman tends to target teenagers and adults rather than young kids. Interactions with young kids are usually limited to participating in acts of juvenile delinquency, such as smashing mailboxes, setting things on fire, huffing paint, and genuinely getting them out of their parents' or older siblings' hair long enough to have wild sex without having to deal with any screaming kids trying to call the cops. That's fair. Generally, encounters with Offenderman play out like this. The victim will be alone, where they will meet a tall man hidden in the shadows, enough for them to not to be able to initially make out his features. The man will offer them a rose. If the rose is accepted, regardless if they understood its meaning, they'll be whisked away and molested by Offenderman, then wake up someplace else, often somewhere embarrassing, without any memory of the event. A name for a deer. Denim. Bambi. I was thinking Bambi too. They will experience slender sickness for a time, with effects of it varying from person to person. Bantam, hear me out. Bambi is now a mother. Okay. The effects can range anywhere from an awful hungover to a stomach bug to rash to the standard nosebleed / coughing up blood. Girl. I think. Oh. Is it a boy? I don't know. Don't ask me. The only real similarities as far as side effects go being having erotic nightmares involving someone resembling him. Not all return, though, since no bodies have ever been found. It's unknown what he does to those specific victims. He is perfectly capable of murder. If they do not accept the rose, he will stalk and harass them for... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Now I'll return the... Harass them for a short while, doing everything from downloading a bunch of porn onto their computer and stacking living room furniture when they're not looking, to leaving dead animals in their bathtub and appearing for a split second in the corner of their eye. Eventually he'll trick the victim into following a trail of rose petals to wherever he is, and, well, you can guess the rest. No, they don't. Also, that's the end of this episode. Enjoy this, I suppose, you weirdos. Love you, my creepy people. Don't mind them in the comments, they're just going crazy. Love everyone. Bye-bye.